back to my channel, The Sen, where we're always working towards something greater. Today I'm doing an update video on my altar tour. Not exactly going over everything that I have going on here. However, I did just kind of want to emphasize some certain changes that I have made. Why I've made some of these changes is to kind of, honestly, I feel like help my spiritual journey even further. And that's why I wanted to share it. The first thing I'm going to talk about, I'm just bragging a little bit, but I really love this notebook that I got from the dollar store. So they've updated the dollar store here anyways to being called like Dollar Plus for the Dollar Tree. And while I have mixed feelings about that, I kind of liked that everything was $1 and everything. I did find this find that I really liked for $5, and I think it's just really cool and beautiful. So just kind of wanted to show that real quick because I think it's really kind of neat and witchy, especially if you're into herbal stuff more. The next thing I've done that's a little newer was I found a place that I can, display my tarot cards that I get and what they mean to me. It's just a place that I can look at, that I can reflect and be like, oh, yep, that's what it was telling me, and I need to keep that in mind, as I'm furthering my practice. I still have some cards that I put up here if I can't fit them down here, but I just made this myself. I got the little clothespins from the dollar store, and I already had some string, so I just slipped the little hole of the clothespin through the string and have been using it since that way. I also had this thing that I had made prior. It was for a while something that I made as a DIY that was like a little tray, but I actually put it up there and wrote on it with dry erase marker, and I write on that kind of like things that I feel like I'm taking away from my tarot cards. So this was a really good reading, guys, of why I kept it, because sometimes it's crazy how much your tarot can really answer your questions. So it may be a little bit hard for you to read, but I asked, with my Dragon Oracle cards, I said, what can I do to overcome procrastination? And I got the card Aspiration. Basically, what I took away from it was just do it. Finish my journal prompts and dispose of some bad habits. Become the person I want to be and embrace the traits of someone who has what I desire. That's pretty much what it told me, is to embrace the traits of somebody that I, want to be. And it's like, that's a really good answer, is it's just telling me to change my habits and focus more on being something different, changing my ways, changing my habits. So I thought that that was really a good answer to my question. So something else that I have over here is I have a picture of a tapestry that I printed out. I didn't want to get a whole nother tapestry. So that tiger picture is something that I printed out because, for one, I've always loved tigers, and I thought it was really clever because one side of it is a white tiger and one side of it is an orange tiger. And so it's got the sun on the orange side and the moon on the white side, which of course makes obvious sense, and that's why I thought it was clever, is because there's a sun tiger, there's a moon tiger, basically, and I love that. It also has the yin-yang symbol, which, all of that tapestry basically symbolizes balance. Masculine, feminine, dark, light, yin-yang balance. And I'm all about that. I think that that's a truth of life kind of thing. There's some good and there's some bad. And you can't always expect things to be great. You sometimes have to work through some bad things and hardships to sometimes get to the brighter side of things, and not everything is always going to be perfect. And that's just a good reminder for me, and helps me to hopefully, be a reminder to bring balance to my life. And the other thing I've done is I've moved all of my toys up to the top shelf. Like, it's a disaster up here, I'm not gonna lie, and I might need to put my toys somewhere else. I love my toys still. I'm 30 some years old and I still have a bunch of toys, but nonetheless, Down here on this shelf, I have rearranged it to being all about my herbs and things like that. So there's some jars here that need some work done on them still that I don't really have anything hardly in, but it's kind of a work in progress. And then I just have my sound bowl up here. I have this little thing up here that I use for putting herbs in when I'm doing spells. I've got a couple little bags that I would put spells in, do spell bag kind of things. Then I have a cute little spoon from my box that I got. And I recently ordered these scissors because I think that they're really cool and pretty. Down here, this hasn't changed a whole lot. It's pretty much still the same. Just of kind of some more herbs, my boxes of things, my money jar, my oils. I did make this a little bit more accessible that I've got back here. Well, there's a feather back here too. But there's incense also in this jar, so that I don't have to go through, my drawers trying to find my incense. Over here I have this open at the moment, but I actually found this from Goodwill, and it was only $5. I really was running out of places to put all my witchy supplies and things, so I saw this and I just like had to have it. I didn't really know where I was going to put it, but I had to have it. And so in here I've got just some supplies, you know, my cauldron, my big bowl that I burn things in sometimes. I've got some herbs, just random little bits of things that I'm gonna get out occasionally. This is the top of it. It's a little bit of a pain. I obviously took a few moments to close it up. It's a little bit of a pain for me to get into it when I want to get some stuff out, but I don't think I'm gonna be getting into it a whole lot. Honestly, I think it's mostly just going to be, for me occasionally getting into to get stuff. So I kind of wanted to make it a nice little aesthetic space. I also kind of wanted to have like kind of an altar space that I could actually sit at and maybe meditate at and stuff. So that's kind of what this is doubling as too, is a little workspace that I could do some crafts and sit on the floor with my meditation pillow and everything and meditate here and do some little odds and bits of things maybe. This last thing that I'm going to show is not really totally metaphysical or anything, but I do still believe it's a part of my spirituality because it goes hand in hand with that tarot card that I was talking about. That it's talking about changing my habits, making traits that are somebody that would be, you know, probably more organized and stuff that I'm not. I let my procrastination and my feelings and emotions take over more than I am willing to plan to do things and plan it out. So that's why I got this, to help me embody maybe some more of those traits and things that will help me accomplish my goals. I had a promise journal that I didn't really feel like I was opening up and getting into often enough, so I'm hoping that this will help me to actually embody those traits and do it more often, because this is kind of an easier way to write something down and it's staring me in the face kind of every day. So that's the whole reason why I got this. I did take my task list down that I had pinned to it just because I didn't want to show it. My personal list of goals and things that I need to get done on my channel. But anyways, guys, yep, that's really all that I have for my video, and I hope that you enjoyed my update, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of the day.